Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to a very special episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy Online Ranked Duels. Before I get into the main episode, I just want to give you a brief background into the video itself. Today is going to be a collaborative work between myself and a fine gentleman named Revan619. I've spoken about Revan619 many times before on my channel, but in case you guys aren't aware of who he is, he's a fantastic duelist in his own right, and he also runs his own YouTube channel in his time where he discusses more of the competitive side of Legacy of the Duelist. Guys, if you really want to hear some fantastic advice on how to get good at this game, I strongly implore you to go and check out his channel. His deck profile videos, his matches, and especially his strategies that he comes up with are really good and have helped me so much throughout my career of playing through Legacy of the Duelist. This is a collaborative video between us where we're going to be doing something a little bit unique here. We're going to play a match 2 out of 3, and half of the footage is going to be on my channel and half of the footage is going to be on his channel, so that way we can kind of cross promote each other and help support each other a bit more. Then on Sunday there will be a special video with the two of us on my channel where we will be doing a bit of post-game discussion in regards to the match that we played against each other, and then I'm also going to kind of interview Revan and find out a bit more about who he is, what his background with the game is, and then discuss what we both hope to see in the future for not only Legacy of the Duelist, but other games in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. So guys, without further ado, let's get to today's special match. Alright, here we go, Revan619 versus TheArnoldsPlay. This should be a fun and entertaining match. I have no idea what Revan619 is going to play. Like myself, he has many different decks, and I tried to predict what it could be. Is it going to be Shadows or something else? But no, it's not. As you can see already, it's Volcanics. I wasn't really expecting him to play Volcanics, even though I know in the past he's told me that he really likes the Volcanic archetype and he doesn't understand why they haven't been more popular. But I honestly thought he was going to play something like Shadows or Six Samurai or what else has he done recently? He's been playing Mermails a little bit recently, and yeah, no, I just wasn't expecting Volcanics at all. And Volcanics have a really strong opening play as he's showing now. He first summoned his Volcanic Rocket to add one Blaze Accelerator card from his deck to his hand, and then played Pot of Duality to add another card or another copy of Volcanic Rocket from his deck to his hand. I'm going to try and respond in likeness. Knowing that he's doing a Volcanic deck means I know there's going to be a lot of graveyard manipulation involved. So I go and grab Necro Valley and I try to stop him from banishing anything from his graveyard or moving cards around in the graveyard too much. Then I play MST as against what I expected to be his Blaze Accelerator Reload. However, he responds by chaining Blaze Accelerator Reload, which means he can discard one Volcanic monster from his hand to the graveyard to then draw one. Now before I get the opportunity, well, we'll see what happens in a second. So I'm trying to decide what to do next. I'm thinking to myself, now that he's on open field, let me see if I can kind of bait out anything more from him. So I play Snatch Steel to grab his monster, and then I go into the battle phase. I probably should have played Necro Valley first, and the reason why I should have done it is going to become very clear soon. But I don't actually get to play Volcanics too much, and playing against this Volcanic deck was really fun. I learned a lot from it. For example, Volcanics have this effect here that he's got. He just activated. Blaze Accelerator Reload can be banished from the graveyard to send one Volcanic monster from his deck to the graveyard. When Volcanic Scattershot itself is sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can send 2 more copies from your deck to the graveyard to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. And it's all for free basically. It's all free effects that activate in the graveyard at next to no cost at all. It does require a little bit of setup, but it really is quite good. I should have played Necro Valley first, but I didn't think to do so. Now watching back this video, it's kind of obvious that I should have done that. A simple mistake that really is going to cost me quite a lot. But to end my turn, I play down 2 cards and I then play Necro Valley, and maybe that will help me out in the next couple of turns. Back to Revan619's turn, he draws a card and plays another copy of Pot of Duality, allowing him to excavate 3 cards from his deck and then choose one of them to add to his hand. You've got Foolish Burial, Magic Planter and Summoner Monk. All very solid choices in this deck here. Let's see which one he's going to go for. He adds Magic Planter from his deck to his hand. And this is a card where you can send one face-up continuous spell card from your hand, from your field to the graveyard, and then draw 2 cards. I actually run a copy of Magic Planter myself in this deck, although I'm not sure if it's in this current build of it at the time. It's I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. He summons another copy of Volcanic Rocket, and I don't want him searching out Blaze Incinerator again, so I negate it with Solemn Warning and send that to the graveyard, and then he sets down 1 more card on the field. Now I draw into Coach Captain Beerman, and he responds with Vanity's Emptiness, expecting me to special summon this turn. That's fine by me, I wasn't planning to do so at all. So now I'm going to summon. Am I going to summon? Maybe I'm going to summon, maybe not. I'm probably considering whether to kind of hold back a bit. And that's what I choose to do so. The reason why I did so is because I didn't want to play Future Visions, because I don't want to get rid of that. But then at the same time, I don't want to send out a weak monster onto the field, which can easily be destroyed by most of his monsters. In the next turn, Revan619 takes my passive list and uses it against me by using Magic Planter to draw 2 more cards from his deck by sending Vanity's Emptiness to the graveyard. Then he sends more monsters to the graveyard and activates Volcanic Shell's effect in the graveyard, which allows him to add 1 more from his deck to his hand. Now with enough fire monsters in his hand, he can activate Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos, from his hand. And one of that effects is that you can discard that monster and 1 fire monster or dragon monster from your hand to the graveyard to destroy 1 card on the field. And he does that to get rid of Necro Valley. Then he plays Pot of Duality again, and he activates 3 more cards. A really strong opening hand. Oops, sorry, my kind of whistled there. A really strong opening hand from Revan. He's kind of drawn into so many different forms of searching, and his draw engine is really quite incredible in this deck. He now plays Royal Firestorm Guards, a nice little tech card that really works in a Volcanic deck. And how it works is that when it's normal summon, you target 4 Pyro monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them back into your deck and draw 2 more cards. Just continuously recycling, drawing and being efficient. I've said this so many times over and over again, but your resource management is the key thing to victory in this game. It won't win games for you, but you need to have good resource management skills in this game in order to be able to win. And Revan619 is just displaying that so finely right now. I really am admiring his plays throughout this game. He plays MSC to destroy my face down card, and I respond by using it to send Royal Firestorm Guards back to his hand. Not really the best of plays here. That means he can use it again to draw 2 more cards later on, but at least he won't be able to do so this turn. He uses Volcanic Shell's effect to add another 1 from his deck to his hand, and then he sets down 2 cards at the end of his turn. Right, at this point here, I really have very few options. I can't really compete with a draw engine like this in this deck here. My deck has some drawing cards, but unless I draw into them, I could be stuck with a lot of cards that are good at stunning, but not necessarily good at creating advantage. And so I'm going to try and just do whatever I can at this point. I play Future Visions, and that banishes Captain Coach Beerman. Hopefully he will return the next turn in order to come back with his full strength. Then I set down Macrocosmos. Revan619 responds by playing Blaze Accelerator Reload 1 more time. By discarding 1 Volcanic monster from his hand to the graveyard, he gets to draw another card. Just continuously drawing. It's the name of the game here. By drawing so much and recycling cards back into his deck, he gets into his key cards quicker and just can carry on generating advantage over and over again. I pass over to Revan619. It's now turn 7 of the duel, his 4th turn, and now he activates Volcanic Shell again in his graveyard. That's going to allow him to add 1 from his deck to his hand. And before anything goes on next, I play Macrocosmos because I don't want him doing anything more crazy for the rest of this turn. And Macrocosmos is one of these cards, along with Vanity's Emptiness, which sometimes I wait too long to play, and I wanted to make sure I have it out on the field before anything else. And so that his Volcanic starts to get banished, and he kind of hurts his graveyard manipulation a little bit more. Unfortunately, it's a bit too late for this. He's still got resources in his graveyard to really do what he wants to do, such as having Blaster, Dragon of Infernos in his graveyard. And with that in his graveyard, he can special summon it from the graveyard, use it by banishing 2 monsters. Then he flips over Reckless Greed, draws into 2 more cards, and even though he will lose his draw phase on the next turn, with Blaze Incinerator Reload, it doesn't really matter. He's still going to keep on drawing cards. Now he attacks me with 2800 attack, and that's going to go through directly, leaving me with only 1700 life points at all. Right, my turn now. Gonna have to try and make something happen here. I really have very few options. I've drawn into Pot of Duality, but it's not gonna really, well, we'll see if it really can help me. Something along the lines of Snatch Steal would have been good, but I've already played Snatch Steal. So I've got to trip over 3 cards. It's Dimensional Fissure, Skill Drain, and another copy of Captain Coach Bearman. At this point, I've kind of felt like, okay, I've lost. I'm not going to be able to really do anything with these cards right now. I'm not going to be able to get over his Blaster. It's going to be kind of difficult to do so because he's got a stronger attack than my monsters, and I've got no other forms of removal right now. So I added another copy of Coach Bearman from my my deck to my hand, and then I'm trying to decide, is there anything I can really do at this point? Not really, so I summon another copy of Coach Captain Bearman. It's going to get banished with Future Visions. Not really what I need to do right now, or it's not really helping me right now. And then I turn Bearman to defense to kind of play defensively for a turn. I think maybe at the best I can kind of maybe even stall this turn, but we'll see if it happens. Right, Blaster has to go back to his hand due to its own effect and the way it was special summoned, and now Revan plays Snatch Steal, and that's pretty much game here, guys. What a fantastic display of just efficiency. Oh, I kind of backed out. I knew I was going to lose there, so I went to say good game to him straight away. But yeah, no, it was absolutely fantastic. A great just display of just continuously being efficient with your draw engine. Fantastic stuff here. So probably when I go back into this game, yep, I've lost the game there. And now we're going to go into our side decks and change things up a bit. Hopefully I can come up back with a winning strategy in order to kind of counter his deck a bit. It's going to be a bit difficult to do so, but we'll see so. And if you guys want to find out exactly what happens in the next duel, you'll have to go over to his channel tomorrow on Saturday, where the second part of our games is going to be uploaded. Then join me on Sunday, where we'll be having a bit of post-match commentary, and we'll be talking about a couple of other things that I mentioned in the intro of this video. Thank you Revan619 for doing this with me, dude. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to finally be clashing blows with you, dude. And thank you so much for all the support and advice you give me over these past couple of days, past couple of months. And yeah, I hope we can do this again sometime. Right, to the rest of you, thank you very much for watching. Much love, take care, and goodbye.